is the most attended sport at Lakeshore. Every Friday night during the season, you can ask your friends what they're doing, and they are most likely attending the game. Although these games are fun to attend, how many times has Lakeshore football won a state championship? Not once. They have won multiple conference and district titles, but the team has never won the big one. Now let's take a step back. What team has the most state championships at Lakeshore? Softball. And softball year after year has less and less fans coming despite their year after year successes. And softball even has free admission. Softball isn't the only women's sport struggling for fans. When's the last time you decided that you were going to go to a girls' soccer game? Or a girls' tennis match? Or a girls' basketball game? Sure, people show up to the women's basketball games in the second half to get seats for the boys' game. I'm not here to start a battle of the sexes. I'm just pointing out that female athletes put just as much time and effort into their sports as male athletes do, and it would appreciate more fans in the stands. Here I'm going to show you the attendance figures for the men's and the women's basketball games at Michigan State University. As you can see, the men rack up almost 14,800 fans for each game, and if you scroll down, the women have 4,700. The men's basketball team has 3 times as many people attending their games, which is quite sad. People may say that we don't run as fast, jump as high, or play as aggressive as male teams, or even that our games are just boring. Although that some of this may be true, it is not entirely accurate. Our last couple basketball games were 10-point games, and the whole game, the game was a 2-point game and going back and forth between us and Madawan. When we played Madawan, we had 4 girls that fouled out. During this time, while the score was fluctuating, our student section just sat there because they were waiting for the boys' game to start. The crowd can really have an impact on the game, and we barely even had one. In addition to this, girls' games can actually be more physical than boys. Every girl on my basketball team has bruises up and down their legs from slamming into the other team or from diving on the ground after the ball. Just because we're girls doesn't mean that we don't battle hard. Although the girls' basketball team may not have quite the record of the boys, let's now focus on the sport that has the winningest tradition at Lakeshore, softball. With six state championships and even more regional and district titles, the softball team has some of the most elite athletes in the school. Sure, the fences are 200 feet instead of 300, but the game is much faster paced than baseball, and it's based on the same concept: hit, field, catch, and throw. The softball team even has 3 players already committed to playing in college. I'm not saying that the baseball team isn't good. I'm just saying that us girls know a thing or two about America's favorite pastime. Ideas to help get fans to games are like doing halftime activities, letting kids run the bases at games, or just getting the word out about the game times. For example, we could throw t-shirts into the crowd, or offer raffle tickets for a big prize, or having a half-court shootout. At softball games, we could let the kids from the Lakeshore youth programs run the bases in between our doubleheaders. We already do a pink game to raise money for breast cancer, and that helps draw extra fans. In addition to all this, the games and the times need to be the game times and the places where they are need to be more known. For example, it seems as if everybody knows where all the boys' games are going to be and where. But if you were to ask where a girls' game was going to be, they probably wouldn't have any idea. This year, I have been really pressing the people who do the announcements to announce the girls' games in addition to the boys. And also putting the girls' games on the master schedule that's in the cafeteria so people know more about them. It's just a matter of getting the word out. My whole point of this speech is to inform you all of the practice, preparation, and achievements that female athletes take pride in putting into their sport. Please do not overlook the successes of the girls' sports programs at Lakeshore, and please support your whole school, not just athletes.